We are all aware of the dark side of addiction, the psychological and physical pain, anguish, and the indescribable effect that addiction and recovery have on families and loved ones. Recovery is not an individual effort. It's a family effort.
Finally, it got so bad that they heard us fighting and yelling and screaming that they called CPS, and they eventually came and got us. We went into foster care, and it was kind of hard for me at school, wishing that my mom would pick me up from school. But I knew she couldn't. She promised me that she would get better, and she wanted to. I knew she wanted to.
Well, during my addiction, I spent a lot of time in the bathroom because you spend a lot of time getting high to get to where, doing what you do to get high, to get that first time high. You seek that high. And I spent a lot of time in the bathroom and rummaging through my things that I didn't have time to take care of my kids.
It's hard for me to trust her because of the way that she used to be, how she would be doing good and then all of a sudden doing bad again. And it was really hard for me to notice because she would sleep every night, but in the morning she had drugs to wake up to, so I couldn't really tell.
Our relationship was just disrespectful. She had every time we talked to each other, it was anger and attitude, and I don't know, it was never loving or, caring, or she just, like I was a piece of crap.
When my mom was in the bathroom and gone, there were times I wanted to talk to her, but I couldn't because she was locked up doing something else, or either wasn't at the house. She'd be gone for days at a time, and I'd be like, where's my mom? Like, sometimes she'd leave in the middle of the night. I wake up the next morning and be like, she disappeared. Like, she's not here right now.
I went in the house, and there were 2 social workers and 2 sheriff's deputies, and my kids and my husband, and my kids were crying, and they were like, pack their stuff, we're taking them into custody. I can't even explain how that felt.
The staff at Bridges recognizes that in order for any addiction recovery to be successful, all of the affected individuals must be able to understand one another. The clients who participate in our Celebrating Families program are all involved in the child welfare system. So not only do they need to deal with their addiction, but they also must learn what it takes to be a successful parent after long separations from their children. Most standard parenting programs aren't designed to teach how to manage a rebellious teenager or a child who may be involved in drugs themselves, or one who continually acts out in school to get the attention they crave at home. Celebrating Families was designed to help the recovering addict meet these types of challenges. One of the wonderful things about this program is that it also allows the children to go through the process with their parent. This supportive approach allows the participants to use a focused curriculum and support group so that they will know that they are not alone. Children should have an understanding of what the addicted parent is going through, and conversely, the parent must be able to recognize how they are being perceived by others. This perception often dictates the feelings and defenses of their children. The overall objective of the Celebrating Families program is to help parents acquire the tools and skills necessary to effectively parent their children in recovery. Other advantages are: 1, a reduction in relapse and recidivism into the child welfare system. 2, it helps children and youth affected by substance abuse break the cycle of addiction. And 3, this training helps link families with the community resources and available social supports that will increase child safety, permanency, and well-being.
I love my daughter, of course, but I think now not only do I love my daughter, I appreciate my daughter for who she is. She's not just my carbon copy. She's her own person, you know, with her own dreams and her own feelings, and she has to make her own way in the world. She has to live her life. I can't live my life through her.
When she talks to me about things that are going on and stuff like that, it makes me not worry as much, and it makes me just, I don't know, it just makes me feel better to know
it's a
that.
communication thing, and that's one thing we didn't have before. So before when I was using, she constantly worried about everything. How is this what's gonna happen to us? What's this? What's that? And so the communication things that we learned, you know, it helps her be able to focus.
Each of our 16 sessions is designed to address different issues that may also be prevalent. We address issues such as healthy living, feelings and defenses, goal setting, anger management. In other words, we basically help them to restructure their lives.
Much of the success of the Celebrating Families program is due to our incredible staff, which is comprised of not only educated professionals, but also a group of individuals who've experienced the turmoil of addiction. They know the pain and suffering that accompanies the road to recovery, and also the difficulties in repairing damaged relationships. It's this connection that allows for barriers to break down and for the participants, both the adults and the children, to begin to trust. To trust that people really do care and that they really can change.
And Celebrating Families gave us the opportunity to be a family again. It also helped my children understand my addiction. You know, it gave me the tools that I need to be a parent.
I really like Celebrating Families. Just people that had the same things that I was going through. I could talk to everybody. People gave me advice. I got to spend more time with my mom since being in the system.
Celebrating Families is here because we recognize that a strong support system is essential to the recovery process, not only for a parent, but for the children as well. We are here because we want to help the children realize that it's not their fault and that they can break the cycle of addiction. We are here because a substance abusing parent cannot possibly be a complete parent. We are here because we really care.